2022 NBA free agency officially begins on Thursday, but there have already been major fireworks in the week leading up to it. The New York Knicks maneuvered their way into position to steal Jalen Brunson away from the Dallas Mavericks, while the Atlanta Hawks made a blockbuster trade for San Antonio Spurs all-star Dejounte Murray. The Washington Wizards and Denver Nuggets swapped 2 players each. James Harden is set to take less money with the Philadelphia 76ers to help them add PJ Tucker and perhaps more. There was also that whole Kyrie Irving saga, with Irving ultimately deciding to exercise his 2022-23 player option. This is all of note to the Chicago Bulls as they head into the free agency period. After finally returning to the playoffs for the first time since 2017, the Bulls are looking to not just maintain their position in the Eastern Conference but take a step forward. The biggest priority, of course, is resigning Zach LaVine. But there's other work to be done to improve the roster, especially in terms of size and shooting, as rivals make moves around them. Chicago is slated to have the mid-level exception to work with, nearly $5 million for 2022-23, and there's also a $5 million trade exception from the Daniel Theis sign and trade last offseason. That is set to expire on July 7th. Let's look at some of the key things to watch as free agency gets underway. The Bulls' confidence has never wavered when it comes to resigning LaVine. While there were rumblings about possible dissatisfaction with DeMar DeRozan taking the spotlight, that noise all seemed to be coming from outside parties hoping to lure LaVine away from Chicago. Sure enough, reporting 2 weeks ago suggested LaVine would resign, and all signs continued to point to this happening. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reported earlier this week that LaVine and the Bulls are expected to hammer out a max deal right as free agency begins on Thursday. It's still unclear just what the final deal will look like, but LaVine is eligible for a 5-year deal that's now worth up to just over $215 million because the $122 million salary cap projection is now $123.6 million. This increase in salary cap also bumps the luxury tax line to over $150 million and the hard cap to nearly $157 million, which will be something to monitor for Chicago.